Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Former undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes is among the top stars in the Stamford-based company. However, that was not always the case. The American Nightmare recently spoke about the times when things were not as smooth. During his previous run with WWE, Rhodes introduced a new character called Stardust in June 2014. He continued to portray the character for close to 2 years before requesting his release from the wrestling promotion, citing frustrations with the creative team. The former WWE Intercontinental Champion was granted his release in May 2016. The 39-year-old hosted his wife, Cody Rhodes, on the latest episode of What Do You Want to Talk About? While speaking about Stardust, Cody noted that she never felt ashamed of her husband playing the character, as he put a lot of effort into it. However, Cody Rhodes stated that he almost went bald from stress during his time portraying Stardust. You can check out his comments in the video below. Since Randy Orton's return to in-ring action at WWE Survivor Series 2023, the wrestling promotion has dropped several teases, hinting at a potential match between the Viper and the American Nightmare. During a recent interview with Billboard, Randy Orton was asked about competing against his former Legacy stablemate. The 14-time WWE World Champion praised Cody Rhodes' growth over the years and claimed that in terms of storytelling, their potential feud would surpass Cody's rivalry against the likes of Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena. While Randy Orton has yet to show up after losing to John Cena at WWE Backlash, Cody Rhodes is set to team up with WWE World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso to face the Nation leader and Logan Paul at the Money in the Bank Premium Live event. Cody Rhodes, the current undisputed WWE champion and face of a new generation in professional wrestling, has never shied away from being transparent with fans. Whether he's tearing up in post-show press conferences or acknowledging the legacy of his late father Dusty Rhodes, Cody has always been an open book. But in a recent candid interview that sent shockwaves across the wrestling world, Rhodes unveiled a bombshell revelation. A WWE storyline pitched in late 2023 almost caused him so much mental strain that he joked he was going bald from the stress. The American Nightmare sat down for a WWE Network exclusive segment titled Behind the Belt. Cody Rhodes Unfiltered, and stunned viewers with details of a never-before-seen storyline that was quietly scrapped before WrestleMania 40. What started as a creative risk to elevate WWE storytelling into new territory turned into what Rhodes described as the most stressful period of my entire career. Physically, emotionally, creatively, even follicularly. According to Rhodes, the angle would have seen him turning heel against his own family. Not metaphorically, literally. The controversial idea reportedly involved a betrayal storyline where Cody would denounce his father, Dusty's legacy, turning on his brother Dustin Rhodes in a promo so intense it was described internally as nuclear heat territory. WWE writers had dubbed the arc The Son Who Dethroned the Dream and pitched it as a psychological saga spanning 6 months, culminating at SummerSlam in a match labeled Legacy vs. Legacy. It wasn't just heat, it was like career suicide heat, Cody admitted. They wanted me to go on Raw and say Dusty failed. That the Hard Times promo was a lie. That my entire legacy was just a narrative built on sympathy. I read the script and my hands were shaking. I literally started losing hair that week. While Cody clarified that he respects WWE's willingness to experiment and push boundaries, he'd also revealed that this particular idea nearly pushed him over the edge. I get it. It was edgy. It was dramatic. But it was wrong, Rhodes said. The idea of spitting on my father's legacy, on live TV, no less, just to generate heat, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror. What makes this revelation even more significant is that the pitch reportedly came just weeks before his WrestleMania 40 main event with Roman Reigns, a match many consider one of the most emotionally significant moments in modern WWE history. Sources within WWE Creative told us that the company had split into two camps over the direction of Rhodes' character in early 2024. One camp pushed for a traditional babyface arc, culminating in Rhodes finishing the story, while the other urged a darker, more psychologically complex road to the top. Had the second camp won out, fans might have seen Cody Rhodes not as the heroic dream son who brought honor to his name, but as the heel who destroyed it for fame. Triple H and Bruce Pritchard pulled me aside, Cody recalled. They said, "This could be your Roman Empire moment. You'll be the most hated man in wrestling, and then, eventually, the most loved." But I told them, that's not my story to tell. That's not who I am. The pressure, he admitted, was immense. There were weeks I couldn't sleep, he said. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, sweating, thinking about how my family would react. Not just Dustin, but my mom, my cousins, even the fans. I started noticing clumps of hair in the sink. At first, I laughed it off. Then I panicked. Cody's revelation has reignited a conversation about how far is too far in wrestling storytelling, especially when it involves real-life family legacy. Social media erupted following the interview, with hashtags like #RespectDusty and #CodyChoserite trending for hours. Fans flooded Rhodes' page with support, many expressing relief that he stood his ground. One fan tweeted, "Cody Rhodes had the world in his hands and still refused to spit on his dad's name. That's a real man right there." Another said, "This is why Cody is our champion. He carries the belt and the legacy with class." Interestingly, behind-the-scenes reports suggest that Roman Reigns himself was among those who disagreed with the heel-turn pitch. One anonymous source claimed that Reigns pulled Cody aside backstage and said, "You don't need to go dark to be the guy. They'll love you because you're real." Rhodes confirmed this in the interview, saying, "Roman told me, you're already a legend's son who made it on his own. That's the story. You don't need to become the villain to sell it. That meant the world to me." As the interview continued, Cody reflected on what this experience taught him. Not just about the business, but about his own resilience. Wrestling is about stories, but those stories come with responsibility. And when you carry the name Rhodes, you don't just represent yourself. You represent generations. He paused, visibly emotional. I came dangerously close to forgetting that, and I'll never let it happen again. Rhodes went on to say that while he has no ill will toward WWE Creative, he's learned to trust his instincts and his heart. We can push boundaries. We can explore the gray. But some things should remain sacred. My father's legacy is one of them. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.